Hey everyone, it's Musings by Monifa back at you. Hadn't been around in a while. Decided I'd come back and grace everybody with my not appearance but my sound. um, so I just wanted to come back on just to kind of get the feel of the environment, the energetic environment that's happening right now in regards to Pluto making its way into Aquarius, probably back in January. So this is like a kind of like an energy update. So I pulled 6 cards like I normally do for these energetic updates, and it didn't disappoint. Oh my goodness. Looking at this, the first card that I get is the Seven of Swords, right? Um, so with this particular card, Seven of Swords, it reminds me of some thievery energy, right? So if I were you, based on this information and the energy that I am currently feeling, I would say be careful. Make sure that you lock your doors. Make sure uh, that you are very aware of your surroundings. Just make sure that there is that you're in when you go to safe places. I feel like this card is denoting a robbery of sorts. Make sure that you are far away from opportunistic crimes. For example, let me give you an example of an opportunistic crime. That would be, you have a bunch of cars parked outside. You have people coming through like late at night, 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, lifting up car handles to see if any door opens up, and you might end up with your car robbed. Think of the things that you keep in your car. You probably keep mail in there that tells people your address. It could have your social security card, your social security number in the mail. It could have all of that stuff in there. You could have jewelry in there. You could have people. Some people use their cars as homes. Like they stash stuff in their car. Or they may stash it in their car, and they may leave out the car and just keep it there, thinking that it's safe. But just be very, very, very careful. Also, with the swords, I feel like those are words too. So you have to be very, very careful of the things that you say. So be careful with the things that you say, because it may backfire, whether you say something innocently or you purposely manipulate other people. So just be very, very careful during this energy cycle. Okay. Second card I get is illusion. This is the illusion card. So this is also the moon card as well. And what I would say to this, usually the moon card, it's a very subjective card. It's a very private card. It's a very, very secretive card. But in this particular instance, when you think of the moon, you think of the ebb and the flow of the tides, right? And you also think of animal instinct. So in this particular case, with this woman right here, to me, I feel like she is completely submerged into the ebb and flow, right, of life, right? Here, you don't want to be this. You want to be this, right? This is someone who is waking up. They're waking up from the hypnotic, okay? So think about it when you're looking at the tides and the waves. I know that whenever I look at the waves and the tides, if I'm in at a lake or whatever, I feel like something is drawing me in, drawing me in, drawing me in. Like, come on into the water. It's wonderful. The water's wonderful. But I know I can't swim. So when I get in the water, what's gonna happen to me? You got it. So you have to be careful that you are doing your shadow work, okay? You have to be careful that you are waking up from the animalistic um, energies that are in that are within yourself, okay? You have to understand, why am I doing this? Why am I attracted to these things? Why is it the same old song and dance? Why is it when I move into, this hypnotic, I always end up with the same result? You have to be careful, okay? When you're looking at this, to me, normally this would be a beautiful card, but the energy that I'm receiving, this is a demon. This right here is a demon. You see those wide eyes, right? Look at her. She is not allowing. She's not allowing for the wokeness to take place. She's too entranced. See this? And look at this. It's like, oh God, I can't keep going on this way. I just can't. My animal nature needs to be subdued. So I feel like the animal nature, Pluto's trying to work out for your animal nature to be subdued. So whatever you are going through, whatever your past was, if you keep repeating the same cycles and still end up in the same dead end situations or even horrible situations, you have to look at yourself and think about vibrating higher. Okay? This is about the animalistic nature here. It's not good. Wake up from that. Third card I get is the Tower card. We all know what this is, right? It's about to go down. You know, this is about getting rid of things that do not serve you, right? So looks like if you don't learn your lesson, you don't do this shadow work right here, is you're going kicking and screaming. You see how these people are flying out? You see that? Kicking and screaming. Kicking and screaming, y'all. Kicking and screaming. So you want to be aware that you're working on the right things. You have to, if you have to go to counseling, go to counseling. I keep, talking about counseling. Counseling is the best thing ever. Go to therapy. You need to talk about, those things that are keeping you in those same situations that are keeping you down, things of in your nature that you don't, that keep you going to the same places, that keep you in that negative experience all the time. You got to work on it because, again, like my godmother used to always say, if you don't make choices in life, life is going to make choices for you. So you need to handle this or you're going to end up like this. Either you go willingly or you go with resistance, and resistance is never good. Okay. Fourth card I get, Ace of Cauldrons. Okay. Normally you would see the water pouring into the cup, right? I think in this particular card, what you want to do, you see the water flowing, but you want to keep this for yourself, right? It's about, it's not about creating new relationships with other people. It's about creating a relationship with yourself, loving yourself, the ability to understand who you are in an environment of change, right? You need to pour into yourself, right? Like, you need to, hold up on other people at this point. It's about the self, back to this. You really need, see, these are two waters, you know, you got to be able to, move into a good direction with your life. That's what Pluto's wanted to do. Again, like what I said, let go of whatever that doesn't serve you. That's the mantra. Pluto, that is Pluto's mantra. I don't know how many people you've heard say that on so many readings as of late. Also, my readings, let go of whatever doesn't serve you. I mean, this is for real. You can say it all you want to say it. And, and it's like, I'm tired of hearing people say that, but it is the more truth that you will ever get in your lifetime of lies. Okay? Trust and believe. So you got these two waters, therapy. I would say therapy. I would say counseling for those things that you cannot, rein in, right? Also, think about your animalistic nature. What are you doing that's not serving you? That you keep, like, we're talking about addictions here. Like even the moon, it talks about addictions. So we're talking about addictions, whether it doesn't it could be a codependency, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be sex, it could be all of those things. But you have got to know what's driving it. And you need therapy, you need to love on yourself. Therapy, you know, you have to bring that stuff in, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is inevitable. This is inevitable. Are you going to go kicking and screaming, or are you going to go with being a very helpful spirit, with Pluto? Okay, Pluto, listen, I know that I've done some crazy stuff, and I know that I got some issues that I need to settle. But you know what, Pluto? I'm going to work with you. Whatever you need me to do, I'm going to work with you. That is going to be your best path. That is going to be your best path, okay? Fifth card I get, Five of Swords. Five of Swords, honey. Now, it looks like, he's battling and he's in war. But to me, I feel like in this particular card that he is practicing. Even though you see the red, like he done slayed some people, this is practice. It's about being a warrior. You are going to need a warrior spirit dealing with Pluto. I remember I used to love Xena the Warrior Princess. I love Greek myths and all that kind of stuff. I love mythology, period. But in Xena the Warrior Princess, I remember her going to Hades. I can't remember why she went there. She went to go save somebody or something. But I remember when she flipped out of her body, she was out in the desert, and she was on it. She was praying, she was chanting, she was da 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 da, and she flipped out of her body, and she went on to Hades, right? To save whoever she needed to save, I guess, whatever. But this is the story. Hades, what? Is ruled by Pluto. Hades is another way of saying hell. Hades is ruled by Pluto. It is time to be a warrior. Slay those fucking demons. Or else it'll be worse. It will be worse for you. Warrior spirit. Warrior spirit. Last card I get, and of course, it's the whole thing. It's just karma. Karma, the scales of justice, and this is the judgment card. How do you want to be judged? Are you going to be that warrior? Are you going to take control of your animalistic ways? It's up to you. Pluto ain't playing. On that note, guys, musings out.